Welcome to the Daily Review. This is Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading. Today is August 21st, 2025, and today is Thursday morning. So looking at the highlights today, Microsoft breaks even lower and the sell-off continues. But first, looking at today's major economic events. So we have a bunch of Flash Manufacturing and Services PMI numbers coming out from Germany, from France, and from the United States. It starts at 9:30, 10:30, and 3:45. In addition, today, we have corporate earnings for Walmart. Now, looking at the market, starting with the Forex symbols, the Canadian dollar sells lower versus the USD. And looking at the indices, the NASDAQ tapers even lower. Looking at commodities, really unchanged from day to day, but gold kind of treads lower. And looking at the stocks, they're really mixed across the board. And lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin remains unchanged. So let's take the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So here we go. First with the Canadian dollar. Now it does breach a little bit lower. It's not a big deal. And so all intents and purposes, it's still hovering at its supportish level or really resistance level, depending how you look at it. But okay, it's at that level, 138.75. If it doesn't break it higher, then we're going to retrace here. But this is super, super important. I keep an eye on this. And I would use the red line, which is the 8-day moving average, as supportish line. Now jumping into commodities, gold just tapering just a little bit lower after that bounce. Crude oil not really doing much, getting a little bit of a bounce here at $64 a barrel. Now looking at the US markets, Dow Jones unchanged, just nothing. However, the NASDAQ did sell off just a little bit, tapering lower in yesterday's trading session. Now looking at the individual stocks, Microsoft, which has been one of the strongest stocks on the board, breaks the 30-day moving average. This is super important because we can further break down even further to the 460-ish level. That would be another level that we could even break down to. Looking, however, at JP Morgan, not selling off. Okay, so this is where the environment is a little bit mixed, where we have sell-offs and we have certain things that are not selling off. Now looking at Cisco, which had its quarterly earning reports, did push higher and then sold off. It does get a little bit of a bounce here, so I expect the markets to bounce at some point. Now Intel did sell off quite sharply yesterday, okay, over the last couple of days. So it's been on a roller coaster ride. If we look at the other semiconductors, including NVIDIA, it is right there on the 30-day moving average on a daily chart. So that's an important element for us right there. Now, we have one more week before the end of August. So, for all intents and purposes, we're getting close to that end of the year. So that is something to consider. Now, looking at Bitcoin, lastly, really unchanged here, hovering around its supportish level. If you look at a daily chart, you can see it a little bit clearer. It's right there. It's at an area where it should bounce, okay, for all intents and purposes. This is Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.
My advice, this is the best time to trade.